the Ready Nurse Nay. I'll talk about nursing, healthcare, inspirational related topics. So you hear in the background probably the cars and stuff, but because I'm going live. So on this video, I kind of wanted to I think I'm gonna go live and then schedule these posts just to keep myself more accountable with posting, because I have so many videos that I have recorded from 2023 that never made it onto the platform because I just didn't get a chance to edit. So I think for this month, I might just go live for a little bit and then post them afterwards. So I want to say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. Starting in this new year, I'm taking a walk outside, and it's pretty outside. And for this video, I made 1 year as a med-surg RN. So I'm super excited about that, and I basically really wanted to share on this live just some of the things that I learned, and also that were reinforced working as a med-surg registered nurse for this 1 year. And it's gonna be quick, not too long, less than, let's say, 10 minutes or something like that. So first thing that I will say I learned in this 1 year as a registered nurse is that nursing is hard. That's the first thing. Nursing is hard. I know sometimes when you think about nursing and healthcare, or for me, you think of the medical TV shows like Grey's Anatomy and New Amsterdam, and what are some other ones? ER, popular ones. They had some popular ones in the 90s, the early 2000s, and even now. But they glamorize healthcare, and healthcare, and when you're in the nitty gritty, bedside, it's messy. It's not easy. I mean, within the first 3 to 4 months, I was having back pain, even from picking people up the right way. Your body is hurting, it's sore, you're aching. You're dealing with body fluids, you're dealing with tough situations, death, all those type of things. Even though it is rewarding, I definitely have had moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, you really are saving lives as a nurse. That's how it is. It's still really hard. And so that's the first thing I think that I took from, being a nurse for 1 year, is that nursing is really hard. And you know what? It's okay to acknowledge that and just know that it's hard, and then you do what you got to do to survive, to find that balance outside of work so that you're not totally drained. So that's the first thing. Nursing is hard. It's okay. You gonna make it, My next thing I will say from, I guess, being reinforced or learning from this 1 year as a nurse is that to understand that it's not your life. Your job is not your life. And I think I see a lot of people just in general that make their job their life and their everything, working a bunch of overtime or just whatever the case may be. But then you'll get drained because you have responsibilities that you need to tend to outside of work. And if those kind of get missed or mixed or thrown away, you can become depressed and anxious and stuff. So just to know that your job is not your life. It's a part of your life, but it's not all of your life. And it's important to give room and space for other things, your family, yourself, your loved ones, your pets, your hobbies. And that way you can have a nice balance. Your job is not your life. Second thing. Third thing to know is just knowing the importance of taking care of self-care and stuff outside of work, because nursing is such a stressful job. You work in 12, 13, 14-hour shifts. I think the longest I stayed there was 24 hours one time because we had a cold gray, a hurricane or whatever, bad weather. And so we had to be there for 24 hours. But so that's a long time. You're working some long shifts, so you can get off and be drained. So really prioritizing your self-care is really important, and it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. I'll see some of the videos and stuff here on YouTube or Instagram or some of the other nurse influencers, and you'll see, you know, if you want to do it extravagant, you can, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it can be as simple as when you're on the job, take your lunch break, go eat. It makes a big difference when you are working a 12 and 13 and 14 hour shift and you can go eat your lunch. So take your lunch breaks, eat. You'll feel better. That's practicing self-care while you're on the job. I would say when you're able to sit down at work, sit down and chart. You know, you're on your feet all this time, sit down and chart. It'll make a difference. Ask for help with moving your patients in the bed. Don't try to be superwoman or Superman and move the person by yourself, because you will hurt your back. You hurt your back, you hurt your arm, you hurt your shoulder. Ask for help when moving patients. And then when you're getting off, enjoy your hobbies and like your activities and stuff like that. You know, like when I am off of work, like I'll go work out a couple times a week. I spend time with my family. Just do different things I enjoy, and that's helping practice self-care. Sometimes I might, once a month or so, I might get like a pedicure, a manicure, massages, that sort of thing. Just spending time in nature. Do some things that you enjoy doing outside of work, so you kind of have good self-care, so that you refill your own cup. Because when you're going to work, you're pouring out. And then as a wife and a mother, you're pouring out to your kids, you're pouring out to your spouse, and then you go to work and you have to pour out to your patients too. So it's like it leaves very little space for yourself. So you have to like replenish your own cup in some type of way. And the way to do that is practicing those self-care and hobbies and stuff that you enjoy. So I think that's 3 that I mentioned. I mentioned the first one was... What's the first one? I don't know. I mentioned that was 3 or 4 are some big ones. The next one I want to point out is just that you have to be really comfortable with the unknown when you are working on med-surg. And if you're not comfortable with the unknown, like if change freaks you out, when you start working on med-surg, you're going to be thrown into a bunch of change, because you can go into a shift. You're getting these 6 patients, however many patients you're getting, and you don't know what's going on with those patients. Every day is a gamble. You could come to work and have a great shift, great set of patients, all is hunky-dory. You could come into work and have a really not the best set of patients, you know, like, and some of my shifts have been like that. Like, I'll come in and I get my 6 patients and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, thinking I'm about to have a busy day, and then I'm like, oh, these patients are chilling. Even if they're totals, they might be chill and very stable. I'll come in, sometimes have 6 patients, and I am rolling. You know, it's shift change. Somebody complaining of chest pain, or they just had a big blowout and they have to be cleaned up, bed change, everything, mopped in the room, everything. So they could be complaining of that. You know, they could be really declining, and you're having to cold rapids and colds during shift change. You know, you're starting off with a busy shift. You just never know. So you're definitely going to be thrown in the unknown. So you kind of have to be comfortable with the unknown and change working on med-surg as a bedside nurse, for sure. Let's see, other things that I just kind of experienced this year is just knowing that, I would say biggest thing is just knowing that you can always pivot and go to different specialties. So like, I'll see a lot of nurses that are newer than me now on my floor, and some of them enjoy the work and some of them don't. And I guess my advice would be to, if you can stay somewhere and at least get a year of experience, just get your experience so you at least know the foundation of nursing, and then you can go wherever after that. Just get you a year of experience and then go wherever after that. And I think just to be encouraged, like, you don't have to be locked into one place forever. It's just one little pebble on your huge journey in your career as a nurse. So it's just that you can pivot and go somewhere else. If you don't like a place that you're working at, you don't got to stay there. And that's my encouragement to you. You know, you have flexibility. You have other opportunities to go different places. Just try to get at least a year, stick it out, and then go wherever after that. So peace, love, and blessings. This will be posted whenever it's posted, unedited. And until the next video, bye.